What's up, sarsaparillas? It's your girl Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back. It is time for another Love is Blind UK review. Yes, guys, but before I get into the video, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe, guys. Yes, because the girl's trying to get to 5K subscribers by the end of the year. So please subscribe. But anyways, guys, so episode 2 review, right? So let's start from the top. Make it drop. That's a wet. I don't know why I always say that, because the moment I hear or say from the top, that's the first thing that comes to mind. But anyways, guys, Steven and Sabrina are officially engaged, and they saw each other for the first time today. And I'm not gonna lie, my heart is like happy for them because they like each other. They love each other, and I'm happy that when they saw each other, it was what both of them wanted to see. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, she was saying that she felt like she was getting bald head energy from Steven. But obviously, I mean, he might be heading there eventually, but he's not there. Do you know what I'm saying? I like a bald-headed guy, I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like, you know, when you're rubbing that head like a crystal ball, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I like a bald-headed guy. I don't mind either way. I don't like guys with plaits, but unless it's dreadlocks. But do you know what I'm saying? I don't judge. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the personality, all right? But they look so cute together, guys. I'm so happy that she said yes, because I'm not gonna lie, that girl was taking us around the world for a minute there. All she had to do was say yes, honey. Do you know what I mean? She was taking us around in so many circles. And I'm just like, is she going to say yes? Is she going to say no? Is she going to say yes? And then when she finally said yes, I'm just like, honey, honestly, did we really need to go to Mexico for that answer? Like, come on, like, seriously. But it's official, guys. And they love the look of each other. And they're happy. And it's all good for them. Now, let's move on to Sam for a minute. Because, you know, when I have a gut feeling, I have a gut feeling. And I've been having a gut feeling since episode 1, right? Because I'm trying to figure out whether Sam, I don't know what to feel. I feel like, is it because that he lost his weight and now he feels attractive and he feels like he looks a lot more attractive and it's getting to his head? Or I don't know, because at first I was saying, right, that he is probably faking his confidence, and maybe he is not as confident as he's trying to portray. But this arrogance, I feel like, is definitely not genuine. Like, after tonight's episode that I watched, he is definitely not genuine. Because, first of all, when Jasmine was trying to express her concerns, right, and she was saying to him, like, I feel like I get this feeling that you're telling me just what I want to hear. Right? I feel like you're telling me just what I want to hear. And instead of him using that as an opportunity to reassure her and say, you know what, Jasmine, you know, it might sound like that, but I'm just the kind of person that when I feel something, I say it. And I just believe in being honest about my feelings and so on. You know what I'm saying? Instead, he acted like a little brat. You could see his immature side. He made it again all about him. Do you know what I'm saying? The way he behaved, his reaction, for me, was a red flag. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that she saw that as well, because she was like, no, that's like immature. That's him being immature. And I feel like that was the nail that got drilled into the coffin, because I think she was like battling back and forth with him and Bobby. But I think for me, I think she made the decision. Talking about her and Bobby, Bobby proposed and she said yes. To be honest with you, they're a better match than her and Sam, because Sam, for me, is not genuine. He's definitely not genuine. But I'm gonna talk about him in a minute. But my heart literally felt so sad when Bobby proposed to Jasmine and she said, you know, sometimes she feels like she doesn't deserve this kind of love. And you know what? That is the sound of a broken woman, because this girl has had her heart broken into pieces. Listen, you know when you've been hurt so badly that you start to question whether or not you deserve to be happy. I feel like that's where this girl is at this moment. And I feel she just needs that man to just reassure her and show her that she is, You know what? She doesn't even need a man to do that, because she needs to find that within herself. She needs the time as well for her to, get to know herself and love herself a bit more, to understand that, yes, honey, I deserve that kind of love. I deserve even better than that. I deserve the best. So I feel like no man can make you feel like that. I think that that's something that you have to find within yourself. And I hope that eventually she will feel like that. But I'm glad that she went with Bobby, because Sam is not the person for her. So I'm saying Sam is definitely not the person for her. And for me, like, the connection that she has with Bobby, you can tell it's a difference compared to what was going on with Sam, because Sam just seems scripted. Sam it genuinely, to me, just feels like he's just telling her whatever she wants to hear, because we see him doing the same thing to Nicole. Because after Jasmine decided, you know what, I'm gonna end this thing here, and she did that. Even the way that he just acted like a spoiled brat, throwing the glass on the floor, coming out, and this fake crying, but I really was falling in love with her. Like, honey, like, I'm not being funny. Like, you're just, no. For me, that gives me the ick. Like, it gives me straight up the ick. And then he has the audacity to say that her beggars has no choice or something like that. Like, I'm just like, so basically he's trying to say, okay, so now that Jasmine doesn't want him, he's gonna have to just settle for Nicole. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then he's talking about how, this whole thing with Jasmine made him realize that Nicole is the woman for him. Nicole is his wife. This boy, listen, this boy is not in there for the right reasons. He is not. Because right there, he's now trying to cling on to Nicole because he was rejected by Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Nicole is in a place where she's falling for this, because you hear where she told Benaiah, saying how, there's another connection or whatever, and she's leaning towards that connection. And I'm just like, honey, can you not see? She's saying that Sam is wearing his heart on his sleeve. I don't think that's the case. I don't think he's wearing his heart on his sleeve. I feel like he's up to something dodgy. And that's what I thought last night when I put my video up. I was like, I feel like he's dodgy. This man is dodgy. And then, when he said that, I can't wait to see you, because he was just going over the top. The way he kept saying, oh, I just want to see you, I just want to hold you. He's basically trying to tell Nicole that, oh, I've chosen you. Do you know what I mean? I've chosen you, I want you. Choose me, kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And then he said, oh, I can't wait to lift you up. And then she was like, oh, I don't even know if you can. And then she stopped. Do you know what I'm saying? But she was obviously, I mean, you don't need a scientist to know that she was basically going to say that, I don't think you can lift me up, or, you can manage to lift me up or whatever. But that, to show you, that's stuck in his head. Right? Now, you feel like this person was your wife and you've got this connection. Hearing that as a person, the first thing that you want to tell the boys is she said something weird. First of all, that's nothing weird. That's nothing weird. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't mind a bit of meat. I don't mind a bit of meat, but you know what I'm saying? So he clearly trying to say, I don't want a big girl. I don't want a fat girl. You know what I'm saying? I do not want a big girl, is what he's trying to say. And the fact that he now believes that Nicole could potentially be a big girl, he's literally freaking out about that. Because why would you bring that up to the boys? Do you see what I'm saying? You would have no need to bring that up to the boys. And that's a concern for him. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a concern for him. So obviously, it just shows that for him, it's all about physical appearance, which is what annoys me even more, because he tried to tell Jasmine last night that, appearances and beauty is just skin deep, and it doesn't mean anything to him, which is not true, because you did change your features to get yourself to be how you want yourself to look. And then hearing this about Nicole saying that you might not be able to lift her up, and now you're kind of like saying how you don't mind a bit of meat, but do you know what I'm saying? Now, I feel bad for Benaiah, because I feel like Benaiah doesn't want to be the person to bring this news to Nicole. But at the same time, he's starting to fall for her, and he wants to be honest with her, because he doesn't want her to end up choosing Sam, and then Sam just, breaks her heart or whatever. I mean, I get it, and I feel like it's gonna make it look like he's sabotaging to all the other boys, and that's what Sam's gonna make it look like when he finds out about it. He's gonna make it look like Benaiah is trying to sabotage, but I don't think that's what Benaiah is trying to do. I feel like he's obviously started to feel something for Nicole, but at the same time, the way that my man is acting, it's not genuine. It's not genuine, and he just doesn't want her to make the wrong decision. Now, I feel like, you know, watching Nicole and Sam and Benaiah, I think originally Nicole is more attracted to Benaiah, but the fact that he could not give her any commitment, that kind of like pushed her towards Sam, because Sam, after the whole Jasmine situation fell apart, do you know what I'm saying? What he decided to do was to go full throttle for Nicole. So he's now trying to commit, and she's taking it, not even realizing that it's not actually 100% genuine. Do you know what I'm saying? So now in her head, Sam is the one that's committing and Benaiah isn't. So now I feel like she's turning more towards Sam because of that reason. Do you know what I'm saying? And Benaiah says he really likes Nicole and he doesn't want to lose her. But the fact is, do you know what I mean? If he doesn't commit sooner or later, he will lose her. Should I say? Well, I don't know now because, you know, with him telling her what he knows now, I don't know. Maybe Sam will be able to spin it. I don't know. We just don't know, because Sam will probably spin it around and say something else. We don't know. I'm hoping that, I don't know. I really don't know, because I'm like, are these girls not having conversations? Are they not having conversations for her to have a conversation with Jasmine to kind of fish out to see what the situation was? Because Sam is making it look like it's always been Nicole. And to be honest, it's never been Nicole, because he wanted Jasmine. If he wanted anybody, he wanted Jasmine over Nicole. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at Benaiah at all, because I would have done the same thing. I would have. And I really hope that she takes heed. Nicole takes heed of him telling her this. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it just shows that he actually cares about her. And I feel like he does want to make that move with her. And I think that's what he was trying to tell her. But because of the whole situation with Sam, she's just held on to that. So I'm just hoping that she just lets it go, because she's going to get her own heart broken over this guy, because this boy does not want anything. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all some kind of scheme with Sam. He does not want anything. That man is a fraud, okay? He's a fraud. But anyways, let's talk about, what's her name? The Catherine, Demi, and Ollie situation. And maybe just throw in Freddie at the moment, because, you know, it's like a square at this point. Now, it was Ollie's birthday, and Ollie, and Demi, I should say, Demi went out of her way to make it a really nice birthday. She put a lot of effort in there. She wrote a card. Actually, she designed the card, put balloons in the room, brought a cake for him and stuff like that. You know, the crystal. And I'm thinking to myself, this girl really went out of her way to make this man feel special. And he even got a little bit emotional about it. And you know what? I feel like that is the reason why he probably was going to choose. Well, to be honest, I feel like in his head, the way he was saying to the boys, it's almost like he'd already made his mind up to go for her. Do you know what I mean? Like, to choose Demi. Now, he did say at first he didn't want to say it on his birthday because he didn't want to hurt anyone on his birthday. But when he did go in to tell Catherine that he's basically going to, you know, move towards Demi, you know what I'm saying, instead of pursuing her, you know, I feel like Catherine felt it. Because the moment she saw Demi come out, and Demi was smiling, because she was the only one that did not look like she was rejoicing for Demi. And I know she said that she's happy for Demi and that she's going to take herself away from the situation, because she feels like she doesn't want to get into the mix. She doesn't want to get in between Ollie and Demi. Plus, she feels like she's more drawn towards Freddie. I think that's a lie. Computer says that's a lie, baby. Because I feel like, yes, she does have chemistry and some kind of connection with Freddie. But for me, the energy that she's been given to Ollie, for me, shows that she actually prefers Ollie. And I feel like she felt like Ollie was gonna turn her down after the whole situation with the surf club, right? Because obviously you ask her what does she do or where she go when she goes clubbing. Now, I just want to say, personally, I don't think where somebody goes clubbing should be a decision, should be a factor that you consider to make a decision like this, to be honest, because I don't do clubbing, right? But if one of my friends end up dragging me out to a clubbing and I went to surf or whatever it is, you can't come in and meet me in surf and then automatically think that I'm the kind of person that just party my life away. Do you know what I'm saying? I've never been to that club, so I wouldn't even know. But if you do see me in any club whatsoever, you can't then go and judge that I'm a party person or I'm a specific kind of person because you saw me in a specific club or whatever. No, that could just be a one-timer that I just went went because my friends asked me to come, and I thought to myself, why the hell not? You know what I'm saying? So it's not that big of a deal. I don't feel like he should have used that as kind of like a factor to make a decision. And I think she felt it as well, because she was telling the girls, like, you know, I told him I went to surf, and he was saying that he knows the kind of girls that go to surf. Now, that's the next thing as well. For me, you cannot use like one person's what they call it. You can't use one person's stick to burn another person's flame or something. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm saying. You can't judge one person off somebody else's faults or flaws or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that was fair. But I think from that moment, Catherine knew that Ollie was not going to be too into her. I feel like she felt it in that moment. And I think that's the reason why she pulled herself out of that situation. Not because she doesn't want Ollie. Because even when she was sitting there, she was like, tell me where your head's at. Because she was trying to feel out where his head is. Whether he's still kind of invested in her or more invested with Demi. And that's why she said, you know what, I'm going to make it easier for you. I'm going to pull myself out of it. It's not because of Freddie. It's not because of Demi. It's because she feels like Ollie is going to choose Demi over her. That's really what it is. However, I did feel really sorry for her, though, when she was telling Freddie about the situation with her being adopted and how she feels like sometimes she looks in the mirror, she doesn't know what she actually looks like because she doesn't know what her family and stuff look like. And, you know, it's just like you don't know where you're from, basically. And I think I can understand that, because that's one of my biggest fears when I thought about adopting, right? Because I thought about adopting, and I always said to myself, I would always adopt a child, regardless of whether I do have kids of my own. And one of my biggest fears with that is that maybe, what if that child gets older and just wants to get to know their birth parents and not their biological parents, and not want me to be their mummy anymore. Like, I know it sounds selfish, and for me, because I feel like when a child is adopted, you should give them that option when they come to a certain age, when they're ready to want to know about where they come from. I think that's only fair for them, because this identity issue, we might not think much about it, because we might thinking, oh, well, you know, she was raised good, you know, she was raised a happy little girl, whatever. But, you know, there's always going to be that part of you that wants to know more about where your origin is, or where you're from, or who gave birth to your DNA. You're always going to want to know. Do you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be that burning desire. So I felt really sorry for her in that moment. But can I just say, and I don't understand why she was more drawn to Ollie, because she's able to express herself, be vulnerable with Freddie. It comes naturally for her to talk on these subjects that's so vulnerable and so emotional, and you know what I mean? I just feel like they have such a connection when it comes to stuff like that. But I feel like it was the lusting part that made her want to go for Ollie. It's just the lusting bit. And he did tell her in tonight's episode, in episode 2, that, because I watched it tonight, guys, so that's why I'm saying tonight's episode. But he did tell her in episode 2 that he just, at first, he felt like it was more of a sexual thing, and he was trying to work out whether or not it was just sexual vibe or not. You could tell that she wasn't happy with that. Do you know what I mean? But I like that he was honest at the end of the day. But anyways, guys, so we got to meet Tom, Maria, and Natasha in episode 2. And you know what? I feel like Tom, I like seeing Tom with Natasha, and I like seeing him with Maria. I feel like he's one of them guys that will probably get on with anybody, Tom, right? And he's saying that Maria brings out his humorous side, which you could tell because the banter between them comes very easily, right? But for some reason, I think he's more drawn towards Natasha. Right? And Natasha, I've got to say, she said she's lost 5 stone over the last year and a half. So well done, Natasha. Well done, well done, well done. Because that ain't easy, honey. That ain't easy. So well done, girl. But I don't know. I don't know who he's going to choose. I feel like at first I'm like, you know what? He seems more smitten with Natasha. But you got to wait to see the chemistry build up. Because, you know, for me, my funny bone is how to get to me, because if you make me laugh, honey, it's over. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know which way he's going to turn, but he did seem more like like he's more connected or going towards Natasha at one point. So we'll have to wait and see in like episode 3. But I don't know. I feel like it could go either way, to be honest. It could go either way. But anyways, we're gonna tell Tom not to give us any more of those jokes, because those jokes was corny. Okay, those jokes were corny. But I gotta say, it's like this Love is Blind UK just wants to get me all emotional, because these stories that they bring in, it's just too much. It's too much. Because like with Tom, how sad is it for you to go on holiday and come back and your dad's gone? That's just messed up. Like, it's just gone. And you know what? Like, he said something. Like, he said, like, obviously because his dad wasn't around, it makes him want to be that person, that partner, that dad that's always there for his kids. And you know what? It's so interesting because people can take this 2 ways, because you have people that, like, guys will say, my dad wasn't in my life, so I can't be a dad. I don't know how to be a dad to somebody else because my dad wasn't there for me. Some people do use those things as excuses, but other people, you know, like probably Tom, you know, they take it as, you know what, I'm going to prove that I'm nothing like my dad. Like, I'm going to prove that I can be a good dad. And I feel like he falls into that category. But I don't know. Let's see. I'm just going to have to wait and see. But guys, I've realized today that I'm not the only person that likes to go to the cinema on their own. Because, honey, I be taking myself out for dinner, for lunch, in a restaurant by myself. Because I enjoy my own company. And I like to go to the cinema by myself. I get a lot of people, a lot of my friends would like to go to the cinema with me, and I love my friends, but I like to go to the cinema on my own. I don't know, I just don't like the disturbance. I enjoy the experience better, and I like to spend time with myself. But I've learned while watching tonight's episode that I'm not the only person that does it, because Natasha does it and Tom does it. Okay. But anyways, another thing with Freddie, like, when I'm thinking to myself, did he say, is it actually true or is he making it up? He said that he went to a sidekick or somebody about 5 years ago, and she told him that he's gonna marry somebody with the name C. Well, their name begin with C. Do you know what I'm saying? But Catherine did tell him that, listen, I got another connection with somebody else. But she did say that she feels that when she leaves the room, she's more content with him than she is with the other person. Content is not the word that I want to be described as. When my fiance or somebody that I want to be my husband talk about me as like he's content with me. I don't want my husband to just be content with me. I want him to be like, you know, mesmerized. I want him to be super happy. I want him to feel amazing when he leaves the room, not just content. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that speaks volume. Do you know what I mean? That for me shows that she definitely wanted Ollie more than Freddie in that situation. But you know, it is what it is, because they've gone their separate ways, because that situation is done. Because Demi now is, well, what's his name? Ollie now is for Demi, I'm guessing. Let's see. Let's hope they like each other when they both meet each other, and let's hope it's the same for Bobby and Jasmine, that they actually like each other. We just have to wait and see, guys. I don't know. But for me, I'm like wanting to see what's gonna happen in the next episode with Benaiah and Nicole and what's his name and the Sam situation, because I really hope that she takes heed and not act stupid, because if she does, trust me, she's gonna regret it, because Sam is a walking red flag. That's all I'm gonna say, a walking red flag. Because I don't know how you can go from wanting Jasmine and saying all these nice things to then saying beggars has no choosers, to then telling Nicole that, oh, I would have not want to be in the boot with anybody else. I don't want to be in the boot with anybody else. You're talking about marriage and all these kind of stuff, when, do you know what I mean? And then with the whole thing of the wait, nah, it's just something about Sam just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, honestly. And I really just want Nicole to choose Benaiah, because I feel like if she doesn't, and you know what, I do get it, because you will naturally go with somebody who wants to commit, and it's natural. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like Benaiah was just kind of scared. I feel like he's scared right now. Like, I feel like he probably likes her, like he's falling for her, but he's scared at the same time, because it's a big decision. It's a big decision. Marriage is no joke. It's a big decision. You know what I'm saying? So it is a tough one. But guys, I guess I'm going to have to wait till the next episode, because I have not watched it yet, guys. And please, no spoilers. If you have watched it, please don't comment and tell me nothing. I'm gonna try see if I can watch it tomorrow in my lunch break or something, I don't know, and then I'm gonna try and review it by time in the evening time or whatever. But guys, don't put no spoilers up in this. I've been trying to dodge people all day today because like I just don't want to have this conversation. I don't want to know, because normally I binge watch stuff, but I've been telling myself I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it episode by episode because I want to literally, you know, take it one step at a time and just focus on one episode, do you know what I mean, at a time. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want to do. So no spoilers. But guys, this is it for my episode 2 review. Comment down below, let me know what you're thinking about Sam, because I don't think Sam is the one. I don't think that boy is up to no good. Trust me. I feel like he's a waste of time. He's a walking red flag. I don't think he's the one at all. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that Bobby and Jasmine is gonna like each other when they see each other? I'm really hoping. I mean, Bobby is so mature, I think. He's so mature, and I like that for him. I like how calm he is. And I felt really sad for him as well when he was telling Jasmine about his story about his cousin and his dad not being there like that, and then his cousin, like, you know, that would be the person that he went to for everything, and you know, when they died and stuff and they drowned, it's sad. This season, it's like it just wants to pull at my heartstrings or something. I just don't know what's going on. But guys, I don't know. I hope they like each other. I think they will like each other. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyways, we'll have to just wait until I watch it tomorrow to know what's going on. But anyways, guys, if you got to this far in the video and you haven't yet thumbs up the video, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe before you leave, guys, because remember, 5K before the end of the year. Yes, guys. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video. But for now, keep it sassy-licious.